If you want to find a name to take to the temple, and your tree seems to be pretty well fleshed out, or maybe you're new and you're still learning, either way, there are hidden treasures in Family Search that will help you do this. I'm going to show you one right now. So key in familysearch.org/campaign hints. I'll put that up on the screen for you. It will take you to this page. If you're not already logged into Family Search, it will require you to do so. So go ahead and grab your credentials. Let's click on this login button and go ahead and sign in with your credentials. This is where the treasure trove lies. So what we're looking for are any of the United States censuses. And so right out the gate, we can see that Morgan Edwards Gable, he has a United States Census that isn't attached to him. So let's go ahead and view the record. That's going to take us to Morgan's page. What we want to do is go to the record linking so we can see a comparison between the record and the profile for Morgan in Family Search. To do that, we're going to click on this little paper clip. It might take a minute for this page to load, so just be patient. What this does is on the left-hand side, it shows us the information that's contained in that 1900 census. On the right-hand side, it shows us any information that's already existing in Family Tree. So we can see that, and from here we do a matching game, because just because Family Search serves us up this hint, it does not mean that it's actually the person that it's suggesting. So we need to do a little bit of work, and it's just a matching game. And what we do is we look at, yep, here's the name Morgan E. Gable, Morgan Edwards Gable, that works. 1862, Pennsylvania, 1862. Pretty sure this is the same guy. So we're going to go ahead and click that add button to put the information onto his profile in Family Tree. And then when we click attach, it's going to also attach that 1900 census to him. Now, as you can see, we have his wife showing up, and it appears that she might not be in Family Tree. So let's go ahead and add her. And when we do that, it goes out, and just to make sure there isn't another person, otherwise it would show you some options here. Since there wasn't anyone, we can go ahead and create this new person. This is the gold. So we're going to click on create new person, which makes us have the opportunity to add the information from that 1900 census to Margaret's profile in Family Search. And we're going to go ahead and attach that record, that 1900 record, to Margaret B. Now, if we click on Margaret's name, it shows us that she has a profile and that look at all of those ordinances that are ready for her to be done. So we're going to go ahead and click on person. This will take us to Margaret's profile pages. So we're going to click on ordinances. And now we have the opportunity to request all of her ordinances. So I'm going to go ahead and click on request. And yes, I want to do all of those. So I'm going to click request. And she was born outside of that 110 rule. So we're good to say accept. And the ordinances were successfully requested. There's a name to take to the temple. Margaret B. Gable is in the queue for ordinances. Isn't that awesome? If you're getting value out of this, please hit that like button and subscribe so you can learn more ways to find people to take to the temple and expand your family tree. That was pretty much a textbook case. Let's go explore a few more records and see what we find, and what does it look like if it isn't a textbook case? Let's go see. Wow, it looks like there are two potential records. This one is already attached. So we can click on Everett. Let's see what it looks like for him. Again, it's going to take us to Everett's page. We want to go to that record linking. So we're going to click on the paperclip. Again, we're going to start looking at the information. We've got Everett Skillings on both sides. His birth here was 1890 and here's 1889. both in Maine. Now, something to keep in mind, the census record wasn't always, the information wasn't always given to the census taker by the person. So if they weren't home, the census taker would go to the next door neighbor and ask for information. So they could be guessing to where, when they were born and where they might be from. So it's okay if it isn't an exact match. The same thing goes for spelling of names because there's pronunciation going on and accents between the person giving the information and the person receiving the information. And also, names don't always follow rules, and sometimes people would write them out phonetically. Anyway, so we're looking at, here is Everett. I think it's the same guy. So because we're in Portland, Maine, we've also got Portland, Maine here. So we're going to go ahead and add that information for Everett and add it on this side. We're going to scroll down and we're going to attach that 1940 census to Everett. Now, Ethel, his wife, we're going to go ahead and add Ethel as well. Now, this time, when Family Search looked for another person, they did find another person that's potentially her. So if we feel comfortable that this is the same person, we would go ahead and we would select her. But if we don't know for sure, we can do one of two things. We can either create a new person and then merge these two people if they end up being duplicates, or we can cancel and just skip this one for now. So that's what we're going to do today, because I would like to, it would be a good idea to maybe do a little more research. So I'm going to go back to the tab for our list. So that's awesome. So that was Everett. Let's look and see what's going on for Elmer. We're going to click on View Record. Sometimes it takes a minute for that page to load. And I'm looking at this icon. Now remember, before we were looking for a paperclip. This time it shows a document with a paperclip. That means that that record has already been attached to Elmer. So we're going to pass on this one as well. I'm not sure why it's showing it that it hasn't been attached, but we're going to go on to the next set and see what they have for us. Oh, right. So we've got a United States Census, a 1900 one. Let's go ahead and take a peek at it. On this page, again, we're going to go look for that paperclip and click on it and go to the source linker. It looks like the name is a little bit different, but perhaps, again, that could have been a pronunciation thing. Their birth dates are pretty close. The location is the same. And so we're going to go ahead and add this information and attach that document. We're going to do the same thing for her husband. And we're going to compare that information. Yep, 1844, New York, New York. That looks pretty close. It looks like it's the same person to me. We add the information. We're going to attach that record to him. And here's another opportunity. So Libby, we're going to add her. And it looks like they do not find another one option in the family tree. So we're going to go ahead and create a new person. We're going to add this information to the new person that Family Search just created. And we will scroll down and attach the 1900 census to Libby. And we'll click on Libby. Look at all of those wonderful ordinances. She's just ready to have them done. So we're going to click on person. And once we're on Libby's profile page, we'll click on ordinances. And then we're going to click request. Yes, we want to do all of those ordinances for her. We're going to click request. Again, the church policy says that if this person was born within 110 years, that you have to have these requirements met. However, Libby, she was born outside of that time frame. So we're going to go ahead and accept. Ordinances were successfully requested. Love it. There are more people to take to the temple. I hope you give that method a try. let me know in the comments below how many people that you find that you can take to the temple using that technique.